Hello CQ, the old friends net. This is N4LQ, Shelby, North Carolina. The old friends net meets here on 3715 every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 a.m. and on Sundays at 4 p.m. The old friends net is a round table type net, and everybody is requested to run the amplitude modulation only. And we will now start the check-ins. Those wishing to check in, please call now.
Good morning, Steve. WA4LLR.
K4GDN.
WB4ARK.
KZ4 Bravo.
WB4NKL.
WA4EVK.
W4MEC.
KB4 PSI.
Okay, yeah, that was good. Here's what I copied. WA4LLR, and then K4GDN, WB4ARK, KZ4B, WB4NKL, WA4EVK, KN4R, W4MEC, and KB4PSI. Do we have any additional check-ins?
KF4DRN.
Guys and Greg, KF4DRN. Anybody else? Pretty good showing for Tuesday. All right, down the list real quick. LLR, GDN, ARK, Z4B, NKL, EVK, N4R, MEC, PSI, and DRN. One more time for check-ins. Listening. All right, looks like another beautiful but dry day. A lot of dry weather. As my dad used to say, I think the dry weather is setting in. So I'm walking on the pine needles out there in the woods. It's very crunchy. So let's see, 44 degrees, a little bit cooler today. Temperature is going up and down like a yo-yo. I'm on the Amico TX86 and the horizontal loop antenna, D104 mic this morning. So tell us what you've been up to, what projects you got, and what you're running, and how life is treating you in general. Over to Dave, WA4LLR, N4LQ.
All right, Steve. Good morning. N4LQ and the net, WA4LLR. Well, good morning to everybody. 37 degrees, overcast. Far cry from yesterday morning when it was 65 degrees. But it's March. What can you say? Running the Babcock MT5B, SB220, and receiving on the HQ180. And not a whole lot going on. Been digging around trying to find a Johnson type mic plug for this globe, and not having much luck. So I'll keep digging. I'm sure there's one somewhere, but I've not been able to uncover it yet. Anyway, what else is going on? Not too much. So let's head on down to one to the coast. K4GDN, WA4LLR.
WA4LLR, the old friends, K4GDN. Good morning, everybody. Nice group here this morning. In the Myrtle Beach area, it's overcast. It's in the low 50s. Quite a change from yesterday. I'm getting a lot of static crashes in the background too. I don't know what's going on there. I don't believe we're supposed to get any kind of weather. It's a little windy. We're running the Ranger 2 into the homebrew 811 linear. I guess putting out about 150 watts. Receiving on the HQ145X. I guess we could say this is the W4WZ Memorial Station. Both of these pieces of equipment were purchased while Joe was president of Spartanburg Tech. It was kind of funny story there. I was when I was teaching there, I was teaching an electronics class, and I had both of these pieces of equipment. I've shown them to the students, had them opened up, and I was asked about what sort of voltages were present in them, and I told them, about 200 volts in the receiver and maybe a little over 500 in the transmitter. And I was told right then and there, those need to go in the dumpster. We can't have the students exposed to that kind of voltage. And since they were, because of their age, they were no longer on the equipment list. So I was told to dispose of them. So I did. I loaded them up in the back of my pickup truck, drove right by the dumpster with them. That's pretty much what got me back in the amateur radio, 35 or so years ago. So anyway, with that, we'll pass it on down to Buddy. WB4ARK in the group, K4GDN.
K4GDN, WB4ARK. Okay, George, really good story there. Well, the weather here is very high clouds. Temperature is about 45 degrees. And no rain in sight. Doesn't look good. Tell you what, we're in a drought situation, so don't know exactly when we're going to. There doesn't seem to be any in the forecast in the future, so I don't know what to say about that. It's going to be a tough summer if this is to be, but we'll see. We're on the ART-13 with the newly installed CDA-T crystal oscillator unit that we won on the bid, and it's working. Let's see, we got, well, I guess that's about it for right now. So over to John, KZ4B, WB4ARK.
Okay, WB4ARK in the group. This is KZ4 Bravo. Fine business, buddy. Dave, so far you're winning the prize for the strongest signal this morning. Although conditions are generally quite good. Noise is S6 and signals are fairly strong. We're running the usual T150, driving the AL82, feeding inverted V resonant on 80 meters at the end of a long, about 150-foot run of coax. Dave, I have converted several of the Johnson type connectors to quarter-inch stereo jack. It may apply to other jacks, but a switchcraft will neatly fit into that hole. It actually rests against the insulator that goes beyond the middle part and kind of locks it into the hole on the back side, so you don't need a washer there. That would be the inside of the chassis. On the outside, you get a 3/8 inch stainless steel washer. That's for good looks, and that fits nicely into that hole. And so if unless you just have to have it stocked. And I've done 2 of those lately, and it just fits like a glove. So there, and so I guess it goes to WB4NKL and the group. Take it away. Over.
KZ4B, it's WB4NKL. Okay, John. Yeah, that's a good idea on the plug. It's too bad they couldn't have standardized on mic connectors years ago. It would have simplified matters. I don't guess they were planning on us, or didn't think about us having multiple transmitters and receivers back in the day. I've got 38 degrees here, and it's supposed to be getting up to 64. So, but like Dave and everybody's saying, I had 70 yesterday morning. So it's a big change to the system. But it's supposed to warm back up. I'm still planning on going down to AWA meet, and the weather looks. Last time I looked, it looks decent for the meet there on Friday. So hope that holds out. Good copy on George. So the band's in pretty good shape. He's the one I judge the band quality by, and he's coming in great today. So send it on to let's see, goes to Boone, WA4EVK, WB4NKL.
WB4NKL in the group, WA4EVK. Thank you, Cliff. Good morning, everybody. Nippy, as they say, morning this morning here in Pickens, 44 degrees. Just kind of go with the weather, I guess, and not much you can do about it. Running the AF68, taking a lazy way out with the SDR receiver. Didn't get finished changing out to the interceptor receiver. That's about it this round. So KN4R to take it, WA4EVK.
Okay, Boone, very good. WA4EVK in the group, KN4R. Well, good morning to everybody from Sherrilsville, North Carolina, where it's 40 degrees. And as Boone says, nippy, very breezy here. And as far as no rain in sight, that's good for this week, or at least this Friday. And Cliff, looking forward to seeing you at Charlotte, and also I have your FREC catalog in the car ready to return to you. Thanks again for the loan. So anyway, I think it's going to be a great meet. If you can make it Friday, I don't think you'll be disappointed. So, and I'm on the GRC9, of course, listening on the GRC9. How about that? And Dave, I have a possible solution for you. I just happen to have a really nice D104 stand with the correct plug for a Globe Champ 350, if we can work out some type of a reasonable trade. So, and if you happen to be coming to Charlotte on Friday, that would be even better. Or maybe we can figure out some sort of transport for it. So, anyway, back over to you, and as far as the lake level, it's really not bad. I've seen much worse, so we got plenty of water yet. But you're right, we need to get some rain going, so get the grass going so we can mow it more. Go ahead, Charlie. W4MEC in the group, KN4R.
Okay, Ryan, KN4R in the old friends group, W4MEC. Yeah, good morning. It's about 45 degrees here and clear. I have to go check my other thermometers. My hot thermometer is telling me it's 45. It's probably a little cooler. And yesterday was quite a shock because I had gone to the project there in jeans and a t-shirt, and I came back in the truck with a heater on, so it had cooled down by 7:30. Let's see. I actually got on the 160 meters Monday night there. I really got fed up with the fact that my feed line was stuck up in that tree in the vines there, and I got dragged out a 20-foot, I guess it's 21 feet, excuse me, length of chain link top rail, and I'm standing out there because it was dusk, because I got home late, and standing out there with a flashlight, hold on with one hand, the flashlight into the part of the rail, and holding the rail with the other hand, and fishing for that thing. I finally hooked it and got it in one of the loops there, and just jerked it out of the tree. You know, when I got it down where I could reach it, I could pull it hard enough to break it free. But it had started to grow into the darn vines. It's like I said, it thought it might, but we got it out of there, and I hooked it up and checked it on Monday night. Amazingly, I didn't have to touch any tuning or anything. It was just the same. I guess that means the antenna's still intact. It's through the tuner, and it didn't have any problem. Got a bit of a setback on my home project. Two things. One of them is I've been cleaning off the popcorn ceiling. Remember those things? This house has got a popcorn ceiling. I've been cleaning that off just fine with a scraper, you know, and make it nice and smooth again. Well, I started painting one ceiling in the bathroom yesterday, and after about the third roll of the roller, it started peeling up the stuff on the ceiling. I don't know what it's doing. And the paint's getting whatever it is wet, and then it just comes right off. So that's going to be a major reset there to deal with that. And the bad part of the setback is that I had a two-step ladder there, and I was saying there was a small bathroom, and I'm trying to move that ladder around, and I hit the darn what do you call it? The water pipe there with the valve on it for the toilet, because I'd removed the toilet. I hit it with a ladder. I didn't stand on it or nothing. I hit it, and I darn broke the pipe off. And man, you talk about a flood. Man, I tore off there and ran under the house and hit the shut-off valve, and got back in there. Luckily, I had a tarp down and or plastic down, and the vast majority of it filled the thing up, and I was able to pick it up and throw it out the window. And then mop up what was left. A lot of it went down the hole next to the floor flange. So now I got to get under there and replace some pipe there, and that particular one had no way to attach the pipe to like a pipe flange, you know, like they usually come up to a pipe flange, a right angle pipe flange, and a fixture, and I've been using the ones that glue onto the plastic pipe but have a metal insert so I can screw in a pipe nipple. And this one has no way to attach it. There's no wood behind it. It was just floating in space. And that kind of maybe contributed to the problem. But anyway, so that was an oil mess, and that was about 7 o'clock last night. So I just said the heck with it and frustrated, and I went home. So anyway, that's the way it goes. What's his face used to stay on the radio. Never got it. Doesn't matter. All right, let's go with. Now I thought I know it's KB4 PFI, but I thought he said W4 PFI. And did he change his call? KB4 PFI in the group. W4 MEC.
W4 MEC, KB4 PSI. Tommy here, Greenville, Tennessee. Good morning to everybody. Boy, Charles, it sounds like you got a project going on. That popcorn ceiling, that's the way my house is here. It's all popcorn ceiling. And I've been hearing some horror stories about removing that stuff. So I think we're just going to let ours stay like it is. Maybe paint it again. But anyway, that's what's going on here. I got 40 degrees here in Greenville. Just a little bit warmer than Cliff there in Limestone. Good morning to you, Cliff. And we're running the ICOM 756 Pro 3 into a Drake L4B amplifier with an 80 meter end fed, and that seems to be my go rig for this frequency. So I missed the over the hill gang this morning, Dave. Got up a little late. It's unusual for me, but I mowed till dark last night, weed-eated, and it was cold. It got cold here. So I was doing all that with a coat on there last night. But it needed it bad. So, old yard's really growing here on us all of a sudden. Okay, I'll pass it on down to Greg there in Newmarket. Good morning to you, Greg, and go ahead and pick it up. KF4DRN, KB4 PSI.
KB4 PSI, KF4DRN. Thank you, Tom. It's 43 degrees here in Newmarket right now, and I'm operating Globe Scout 65 this morning using V10 Globe BFO with it, and listen on the R388 Collins on the band dipole. It's only up at 20 feet, so that's the station. I don't have the amp turned on. I don't want to drive the amp with too much power. And picked up, of course, over the weekend there at Hamfest in Sevierville, picked up a nice old Turner CX microphone, and checked it out yesterday with the signal tracer, and it's got decent sound and audio on it. It did. I don't know how it'll be on the air, but of course this Globe, you know, is push to talk with the 1/4-inch jack on it, but I can use that old CX on the DX40 or the DX60. So anyway, make change, well, get them changed to push to talk at some point. I don't know. Anyway, worked on relay yesterday, coaxial relay, got it completed, and all the wax label in the box, and what goes where. Okay, here it comes back up to the top, Steve. N4LQ, KF4DRN.
All right, Greg, KF4DRN, N4LQ. Man, I tell you, that audio on that Globe Scout is absolutely top-notch. Do we have any more check-ins? Yeah, that was beautiful. Let's see, Dave, I think you're talking about the 2-pin mic plug, and they're on the Amazon next day delivery, 2 for $8. I sent you a link. Let's see, the Ranger 2 sounds good there, George, and buddy on the ART-13, the new crystal sounds good. I guess that's some kind of a multiple switch type crystal plug-in thing. I'm not really sure, but sounds like it's doing okay. John sounding good, T150, and I guess several of you guys are going to the AWA meet. I don't think I will, but hope you find something there. And well, let's see, what else? Charlie, you broke me up. It sounded like the Keystone Cops or something. You were out in the dark in the backyard with a flashlight and I guess a fenced 20-foot top rail, trying to fish a wire out of a tree. I bet that if you had neighbors and then they saw that, they'd probably wonder what's wrong with you. And then you're next thing you know, you're in the bathroom trying to scrape the ceiling, and it starts falling off, and you hit a water pipe, and it starts spraying, and you run around the house and throw tarps full of water out the window. I don't know how you do it, man. Sounds like a busy guy. Well, I had a couple days ago, I had couple of times when my son SDR transceiver just stopped putting RF out. Received fine, It did everything perfectly except it would not put RF out. And you do the usual reboot, reset, blah, 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 and it finally come back up for a while, and then it would quit again, and I could not figure it out. I tried everything I could, and I slept on it. Then the next day, I thought, I wonder what would happen if I listened to myself in another receiver. Well, I did in AM mode, and I heard a hum. Now, I was putting out a hum right before it croaked. So, of course, naturally, I figured the power supply was acting up, so I swapped it out, and that took care of it. One of these little MFJ switching units, I had 3 of them. Well, it's been running 24/7 for almost 2 years, and it finally started acting up. But it only puts out the ripple under a heavy load, which is, I guess, something unique to a switching power supply. And apparently that hum was interpreted by the sophisticated software that something was not right, and I'm not going to transmit. So it would cut me off in midstream, and there I sat yakking away, and nobody could hear me. So anyway, I hope that's over. With that, let's go for another round. Over to Dave, WA4LLR, N4LQ.
All righty, N4LQ, WA4LLR. Good round, everybody. Sounding good up this way. Georgia Ranger 2's doing a good job for you. Okay on the conditions down there, lower 50s. Buddy, it's sorry about the drought in your area. We've had a little rain up here, and good deal on the crystal unit for the RT13. Let's see, John. Thanks for the info on the mic plug change for the transmitter. And Cliff, I agree, the band is real good this morning. Boone, the AF68 sounds super. And Brian, the GRC9 is loud. It's got the punch to it. And let's see, several folks have sent me information about connectors. So I'm not going to make it down to the AWA this weekend, or we'd see if we could work something out on the mic stand. Charlie, I'm like Steve. I was sitting here listening and thinking about all you're going through with the house, and then all the different repairs you've had to do with your daughter's car, and on, and it just reminded me of that old hee-haw song, gloom, despair, and agony on me. If it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Bless your heart. Oh, mercy. That's bad. Break the supply line for the off, and water's going everywhere. I'll bet you did move fast. Let's see, Tommy, the 756 Pro 3 sounds really good, and you had a busy day mowing, weed eating. No wonder it took you a little while to get up this morning. And Greg, the Globe Scout, you're better than 20 over up here. So I don't think you need an amp. Just coming in beautifully. Well, let's see here. Space weather, kind of like it acts like we're nowhere near a solar max, or just past. Sunspot count's 94. Solar flux index is 124, and the K is 3.33. A few things from this day in history. On this day in 1989, the Exxon Valdez crashed, causing one of our worst oil spills. On this day in 1874, Harry Houdini was born. On this day in 1930, one of my favorite actors was born. That's Steve McQueen. And this is kind of interesting. On this day in 1943, G.I. Joe, one of the most decorated homing pigeons in military history, was hatched. During World War II, he flew 20 miles in 20 minutes in the nick of time to save a battalion from being bombed and saving the lives of over 1,000 British troops. Let's see what else is going on. Also on this day in 1946, the Soviets withdrew from Iran. On this day in 1958, Elvis Presley was inducted into the Army. And on this day in 2015, a German pilot, or co-pilot actually, crashed his aircraft into the French Alps, killing himself and 149 other passengers. So that's a few things from this day in history. So let's go back around. K4GDN, WA4LLR.
WA4LLR, the group K4GDN. Yeah, some strange things going on there with Charlie. I don't see how he can keep going with all the problems there. I think I may have mentioned I'm on the center fed dipole this morning with a D104 with a Johnson connector on the end. I don't have push to talk on the range. It's just a bit too much. The conversion is just a bit too much for me to get in there on. And I was just looking at the, I have the original operating manual on it, and the first page, the correction sheet is dated 5/17/62. So it's been around a while. And I think I still have, I would say maybe all but one or two of the original tubes still in that transmitter. And that's amazing. Something's out old, still working that well. I'm thinking everybody's fairly well out here. The only person I'm having a little problem with is Greg. There seems to be some QSC and a little bit of still some noise in the background there. But getting most of him, everybody else is coming in fine. And that's kind of interesting with the old equipment here that it seems to be working so well. With that, I guess I'll pass it. Oh, yeah, I'll pass it on to Buddy. WB4ARK in the group K4GDN.
Hey, buddy. B4ARK, are you still with us? Well, I'll get back to you then, buddy, if you're listening. KZ4B, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, very good. N4LQ in the group KZ4B here. Well, speaking of droughts, we don't have, it hasn't hit here yet. We cut grass this past Friday, and I've never seen the lawn more lush and green. But that can change if we don't get any rain. But my new lawnmower cut the lawn beautifully when I needed a bush hog. So that really tickled me. I had to go over a few places. The lawnmower's set up in a mulching mode so the discharge chute is blocked off. So if you've got a whole lot of grass, it can theoretically really clog up under the deck. But it mulched it quite nicely. So all's well here on Lake Norman, to say the least. And we are still troubleshooting our new to me Globe Challenger, not Globe, E.F. Johnson Challenger transmitter. We found out that the modulator section is not getting B+, and that's because they misfollowed the directions for adding a TR relay under the chassis, and so we're trying to straighten that out. But it's some very convoluted instructions from E.F. Johnson for making that modification, and it references some resistors that don't exist, at least on the one I've got. So Things are a little fuzzy, but we will figure it out given enough time, I'm sure. So on that note, we'll pass it on over to Cliff. WB4NKL in the group, KZ4B, over.
Yeah, KZ4B is WB4NKL. Okay, John, I don't believe I've ever seen that E.F. Johnson, I guess a factory mod for that push-to-talk. I'd like to look at that. You might tell me whether it's on Bama or not. Not too much else going here. Steve, I was trying to find those connectors you were talking about on Amazon, and I found a 2-pin, but it's a little different animal than the one the vintage one they used on Johnson and Globe, and I didn't see the Amphenol type that they used on those. So I might be I looked up 2-pin microphone connector, and that's all I could find. But I don't think those will work in the old original. Let's see, not too much else. I'll send it on. Go ahead, Boone. WA4EVK, WB4NKL.
WB4NKL, the group, WA4EVK. Well, Charlie, it sounded like a pretty rough day to me. But I was sitting here thinking that on your antenna work, there's at least 2 or 3 of us where if our neighbors observed that, they'd just throw their hand up, wave, and go on about their business. Not to say that we are a little hardcore, but you'd have to. I can just see 2 or 3 at least of us out there at night working on antennas. Not a problem. And with that, I'm going to send over to Brian, KN4R to take it, WA4EVK. Well, let's see. Brian, are you still here?
Cup of coffee. Everybody got it?
Got it.
All right, very good. WA4EVK in the group, KN4R. Well, very good on all. And sorry I'm out of breath here. I was running, listening to the conversation there. So anyway, I'm going to keep it going. Go ahead, Charlie. I don't have anything else to say, except I hope to see you all on Friday. And I wish we worked out some kind of a trade, Dave, because it would probably make your life a lot easier. W4MEC in the group, KN4R.
KN4R, and your friends W4MEC. Okay, Brian, we'll see you later, and good to talk to you this morning. Let's see, my wife is heading out to the Monster Habitat for Humanity store up in Asheville. Supposed to be really, really big, and she's going to see if she can pick up a couch she saw for $95 to put in this house. Nice big old couch, and quality made, so she was quite amazed at how big that store is up there. So anyway, let's see, I'm thinking about spraying, getting a sprayer, airless sprayer, and spraying that ceiling. I don't want to have to deal with that stuff peeling off like that throughout the house. The paint turns it kind of like into pancake batter, and then you push the roller, and stuff comes right off the ceiling and wraps around the roller. So, golly, I can't win. So, but one of the solutions is to just spray it with one of those airless type sprayers, and or the air. I guess there's an air one. I don't know what they call them. It's one has a pump, and a suction hose or something. So rent one or buy one off of Amazon just for the project there. Yeah, send a link to you there also, Dave. Ken's Electronics seems to still be in business, and they're really good for oddball connectors. I found some really screwball ones there. Lafayette had a weird 5-pin that had a metal shell that when you plugged it in, the metal shell like went into the radio and as a shield, I guess, and they had those things amazingly.
bought a couple of them for a couple old rigs, and but anyway, he's a pretty good selection of oddball stuff. What else is happening here? Yeah, I guess I would have looked a little weird with that pole out there, but it was dusk and no one could see me. But the only neighbor that could see me there probably wasn't looking, so so the cows didn't care. But let's see what else going on here. Yeah, I was running around. Thankfully, I had left the door to the under the crawl space unlocked. I usually put a padlock on it, and I left it unlocked so I could run like a crazy person under there and turn off the water. You know, it wouldn't have done any good to turn the pump off because the pressure tank's got 40 gallons in it. So I went there and hit the main cutoff to the house after the pressure tank and stopped that flood. But anyway, that was an all heck moment there. And I don't particularly like houses with plastic pipe. I'm learning quickly not to like them, and especially the ones like that, that are kind of susceptible to being broken. I'm really worried about my daughter. So, you know, like under the sinks or something, you know. And I've been sort of replacing those with metal nipples and fixtures and all that. So if she did hit it, she wouldn't break one off. So, but hopefully that won't be an issue. So yeah, it probably would have made a good Laurel and Hardy or Keystone Cops episode, I'm sure. Let's see. Boone, I hope to make it tonight to the net. I didn't get home until 8 o'clock last night, and so if that's tonight, I might not make it, or it'll be really late. So let's see. Down to KB4PSI again in the group, W4MEC.
Okay, Charles. K4MEC, KB4PSI. Well, I hope to see Brian there this Friday, KN4R. Brian, I'll be looking for you at the antique meet. Try to make that this coming Friday, and maybe sell some old antique radios. It's always a good one if it don't rain. So, Cliff, we'll have to watch that weather pretty closely. Let's see, what else have I got going on here? Let's see, Charles, that really, man, what a project. We've looked at those popcorn ceilings for many years, and I think the biggest reason they did that was to hide the tape joints, you know, and the sheetrock, and that hid a lot of you know, a lot of cracks, and that was an easy way out, I guess, on the tape job. But I guess going back with sheetrock nowadays, they have to be a lot more careful. But okay, I'm gonna bow on out of here. It's good to hear you guys this morning. The band is in really good shape here in Greenville. So 73s to everybody. Greg, I'm gonna turn it down to you, and maybe we'll catch you guys in here Thursday. KF4DRN to take it, KB4PSI.
KB4PSI, KF4DRN. Thanks, Tommy. Yeah, the band conditions, as you mentioned there, Tommy, were real good here on my end. And so this morning, you know, I got up quite early and, well, I got up 6 and listened around on that early net, and all those guys were coming in really good, and seemed like the band's a lot quieter this morning than it was yesterday. Now, yesterday and the day or two before, it was really noisy, but Steve, if you was over at some
Bear. Well, I missed you, but I was there. I don't know if you made it or not. You might comment on that when I turn it over to you here in a minute. I guess I'll make this my last one as well. It's good to hear everybody, and I hope that everyone has a good day. I'll probably be a-mowing later on when the grass dries out a little bit. But yeah, the yard needs mowing, so I've got some work to do there. Anyway, I'll say 7-3, but I'll listen for a little bit here. N4LQ, here it comes, Steve. KF4DRN, 7-3.
Hey, Greg, KF4DRN in the group, N4LQ. No, I didn't make it to Sevierville, so if you saw me, it was look-alike, I guess. Anyway, yeah, I got to looking at that connector again. I've got one sitting right here. I should have looked at it, and it's a male, and I think what I saw on Amazon was a female. Probably one on here somewhere. I have to keep looking. But it says it's an aviation connector, whatever that is. Anyway, let's see here. Didn't really come up with any new topics or anything. I got a phone call the other day yesterday from a fellow that he's up in Illinois, and he listens to the net online, and he's got an article in the last month's last issue of not the most recent, but the one before that, I believe it is, that has all the museums in I think he covers the whole country, all the ham radio or radio museums, and we were talking about that. And there's one up in Huntington, West Virginia in specific that we talked about. Anyhow, 160 was great for the past several nights. We didn't have too much static, and hope everybody can make it tonight and every night this week on 1864. And, well, I guess it's time for our 73 round, so we'll go ahead and start that. WA4LLR, N4LQ.
WB4ARK.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
Well, I'm back on the air. Thought Steve was going to give me a break there. The transmitter blew a 28-volt fuse, so I'm not sure what happened. But anyhow, I'll make my one and only last transmission now. So the band is very quiet today, very quiet, considering like it was on Sunday with the noise. But yeah, that noise is gone, whatever that was. I thought it was atmospheric noise, but nobody mentioned having any other noise. So I guess that wasn't it. So anyway, the CDAT unit is a 5 1/4 inch front face plate that fits in the front of the unit where the other devices go for low frequency operation. It can hold 20 crystals. Can select 10 in the A position, 10 in the B position, and you can switch between VFO and crystal control. So that's the way it works. And then anyhow, that's basically it. It's a bit of a chore to install it. There's a relay has to be added, a resistor, and a wafer on one of the switches that has the 10 contacts for the each crystal position, which is selected through a relay. I guess that's about it. So we'll say 73 at this point and turn it over to Dave, and everybody have a great upcoming week. WA4LLR, WB4ARK.
All right, buddy. Glad you got back on the air. And interesting on that crystal unit. I was wondering if it was plug and play, and obviously it certainly is not. But that's quite interesting. Anyway, let's see here. I don't have a whole lot more. Brian, I sent you an email if you're still listening. Hopefully we can maybe work something out there. And yeah, I was looking at those on Amazon, and nope, those won't do it. Oh yes, I need to say this, and Steve and Charlie, I apologize, but Thursday morning, my wife is scheduled for some laser procedure at the eye doctor in Morganton at 9 o'clock. So I'm going to have to ask once again if one of you guys will pick up Thursday net. And I apologize for that, and if I need to take Sunday or whatever, I will be glad to do it. But if one of you fellas could pick up the net on Thursday morning, I'd appreciate it. And Charlie, I'm going to pray for you to have better, smoother sailing on that house project. Anyway, everybody have a great day. 7-3, God bless. K4GDN, WA4LLR.
WA4LLR. Hold on a second. Get rid of that feedback. Anyway, I'd like to make a comment about the popcorn ceiling. I've had some experience with that, and what I did was I took a real thick-nap roller, a real ceiling paint, and only thinned it about half as much as you normally would, and I just rolled over the popcorn ceiling. Didn't have much trouble with it coming off, and once that paint got good stuck there forever. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say 73. Thanks for calling the net, Steve. Look forward to being in here on Thursday. So I guess I'll pass it straight to John. KZ4B and the old friends K4GDN.
Okay, K4GDN and the group KZ4B, fine business, George. Conditions were really pretty good today. Enjoyed it. I don't know if I'm going to the Antique Wireless event or not. It probably depends on whether Cumbo is interested in coming down. If he comes down, then I'll probably meet him in Charlotte for breakfast and go to the meet. If he doesn't, then I'll probably let it pass. So I'm up in the air because I'll talk to him tonight and find out what his plans are. So, and everybody have a good week, and hope the weather holds. I'm enjoying this Indian summer, so to speak, even though it's supposed to be here. This winter has been nasty, and glad to have that behind us. So, take it away, Cliff. WB4NKL and the group KZ4B. Clear but listen.
KZ4B, it's WB4NKL. I was looking at the underground weather for Charlotte. They're still showing mostly sunny, not too much of a chance of rain for Friday. So that's a good thing. Maybe it won't change but for the next couple of days. I found that plug on Ken's electronics site, Charlie, but they're kind of proud of them. They want $29.98. But I probably have got some here if I did a little digging. Sometimes I'm like John, I'll convert them over to something else. It's not my favorite plug, but I'll look and see, Dave. But you might be able to trade Brian out of that G stand. 73's enjoyed it, and we'll catch everybody there Thursday, I guess. WA4EVK, WB4NKL.
WB4NKL in the group, WA4EVK. Well, let's say 73s to everybody. And Charlie, I think that you were in need of a airless sprayer. I've got a commercial airless sprayer out here, hadn't been used in a while, been in storage. If that's true, talk to me about it when you come up. And with that, I'm going to say 73s and turn it over to Brian. KN4R to take it, WA4EVK.
Okay, Boone, very good. WA4EVK in the group, KN4R. Well, wonderful on all. And Dave, I sent you an email back, and so whatever you want to do is fine with me. And let's see, Tommy, great on you coming up for the Antique Radio meet. I was just sending Cliff an email asking for your contact info because your QRZ doesn't have an email address. But look forward to meeting you at the Charlotte AWA meet. I think it's going to be great. The weather is less than 10%. Rain is going to be 86 on Friday, but I'm sure that's going to change. But as long as the 10% goes down, that'll be great, and I think it will be. So anyway, I hope to see some of you guys. And Buddy, by the way, there is no Bob Graham auction number 5 yet. I just checked their website, and I'll keep looking. Maybe we can find some more interesting goodies. So with that, I'll say 73s to everybody, and hope to see you guys Friday. Maybe I'll be on here Thursday, not sure. So W4MEC in the group, 73s from KN4R.
Okay, Brian, KN4R in the group, W4MEC. Yeah, a couple things. I knew this, but I bought it anyway. Blue painter's tape. That stuff is useless. Maybe it's good for edging something, but when it comes to holding something up, when I was hanging up this really thin plastic sheeting, about the time I got all 4 corners put up, the first corner was peeling off the wall. So that stuff is useless. That's the glue. So I'll go back to masking tape. And Sunday, yeah. Truck pull. No, Sunday I forgot to put the TX1 in operate, so I did the whole net Sunday in low and tune, which is about 30 watts out. So, buddy, you had a good reason for not hearing me. So I was running about third the power out. And normally, when I'm before the net, you know, I check it in tune, and then I throw it to operate. Well, this day I didn't do it. I just left it there, and I didn't realize it until, and I always turn the rig off the same way because the on-off power switch for the transmitter is directly below the tune operate switch. And when I shut the rig down, I throw them both at the same time. So when I went to throw the rig off, and I just didn't even look at it, put my hand up there and threw the switch, it didn't feel right. So I realized I'd been in tune the whole time. So. And last but not least, I had wondered about this. CPVC pipe is measured outside diameter, so 3/4 inch is an outside diameter and 1/2 inch is an outside diameter. They have a very thick wall. So the 1/2 inch, I always looked at it and said, how much water can come through this little hole, which looks like it's about 1/4 inch. And I'll tell you what, when you got 60 pounds of pressure behind it, a lot of water can come through that little hole. So anyway, I don't know why CPVC is totally different from all other pipe, being the OD and not the ID, but trust me, the 1/2 inch can move a lot of water. So we'll see you fellas on Thursday morning, hopefully. Good to hear you all this morning. 7-3. Okay, I think I'm not sure if he left or not, but I'll turn it over to him. KG4PSI in the group, W4MEC.
I guess Tommy's gone. Go ahead, Greg. Oh, KF4DRN, are you here?
Yeah, I'm back in here. I was signing off there a while ago, but I still had rig on. And speaking about those microphone connectors, I've got some old 2-pin connectors. Are strange looking. I don't know, they're different they're not a standard connector. I think I've got some of those. I'd have to look and see, but anyway, I guess I'll sign here, and good being here this morning, and everybody have a good day, and I'm going to see what I'm going to get into today. And maybe I'll catch some of y'all on there, maybe later on this evening or something, who knows. Anyway, 7-3, KF4, DRN now clear.
All right, stay out of trouble there, Greg. Glad you're here too, and have a great one. 73s to everybody. Thanks for checking in, and we'll see you again next time here on 3715 Thursday morning. This is N4LQ closing the Old Friends Net.